Frog City was host to Center Bowl 11, beautiful Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, home to hordes of unwashed Mongolian people. But, yes, no. You sure? Weather.com said it was foggy there. Well, it's a reliable website. Fine. The Frog City was what? Not frogs? I thought, it's wet, amphibious. Fine. No, that's, you're the boss. Whatever. The Frog City was host to Center Bowl 11. Beautiful San Francisco, California. As we have all the highlights and post-game reaction here on Center.
This is Center.
Hello, I'm Center Bowl legend Adam Burns, and welcome to the Center Bowl post-game show, brought to you by the Game Show Network and Post. This year's Center Bowl 11 saw a return of last year's runner-up Lutz Meinapur versus Matt Lombardi, Lisa Placentia, and David Harbatkin of Attorneys and Associate. It's the fifth. It's time 5 that a Geza football conference team played a David football conference team. The two stupidest conference names one could ever possibly imagine. Honest to God, they might as well call it the Grilled Cheese Conference and the something that is not a grilled cheese conference. The team split the previous 4 meetings, 2 and 2. Going into the game, LeVar Minor and Geza Lutsky had a chance to equal Odlin Levasseurs' record 6 championships with a win. On the flip side, a loss for either Geza or Harbatkin would mean that they would become the losingest player in Center Bowl history, with 5. The game would be the first appearance of a placenta in the Center Bowl. Yes, no, I thought it was odd too. No. Do we have any record of a temporary organ that connects the developing fetus to the uterine wall ever appearing in a sporting event? Oh no, I just assumed placentia was Spanish for placenta. I thought it was like a CCSPN Deportes kind of crossover thing. Okay, no, apologies. The game would be the first appearance of Lisa Placentia in a Center Bowl. The first time since Center Bowl 9 in Atlanta that there would be a first-time Center Bowler in the game. A win would make her the 17th Center Bowl champion in history. And speaking of history, a beautiful day on the bay as Lutz Meinapur won the toss and elected to take the ball. On their first drive, they decided to go for it on 4th down, and it paid off as Minor hit Persner for an early 1-0 lead. On their next drive, it appeared that Lutz Meinapur took a 2-0 lead. But after reviewing the play, the official concluded that Geza bobbled the ball and did not have possession before he fell out of bounds, and thus it remained a 1-0 game. On the ensuing drive, Dave was rushed on 4th down and touched, causing A&A to turn the ball over on down. A couple of drives later, Lombardi tips the ball to Minor for the interception. The strong defense continued as Dave breaks up the pass. Geza almost returns the favor, but David is able to catch the pass off the deflection. Then, with Geza quarterbacking, Lombardi pulls down the 4th down interception. But on the next drive, Minor does return the favor as he intercepts the ball off of Lisa's head. Lutz Meinapur tries to capitalize as they move down the field with this reception. They can't put the points on the board, however, as Dave breaks up the 4th down pass. It is until their next possession, when this pass to Persner gives them a 2-0 lead. Lutz Meinapur almost extends their lead to 3-0, but the ball just slips through Shauna's fingertips, and it remains 2-0. Finally, a few drives later, Attorneys and Associate get on the board as Lombardi evades the 2 hands and goes in for the score, making it 2-1. And on their next possession, Lombardi makes the reception and the spin move to tie the game at 2. But Lutz Meinapur strikes back on their next possession with this touchdown by Lutsky to take the lead once again. Then it's followed up by this interception by Minor. But turnabout is fair play as Harbatkin comes up with an interception of his own. The interceptions continue as Geza tips it to himself for the pick. which leads to this touchdown, extending the lead to 4-2 Lutz Meinepur. But A&A gets one right back with his reception by Lombardi, cutting the lead to 1. However, Lutz Meinepur brings the lead right back to 2 with this bomb to Lutzke to make it 5-3. Then a few drives later, they extend the lead to 6-2 with this reception, which brings the game to halftime. Lutz Meinepur picks up where they left off, scoring again to open up a 7-3 lead. Followed by this diving catch, which sets up the touchdown by Persner for a commanding 8-3 lead. A&A tries to get back in the game with this catch and run by Harbatkin, which is followed up with this near pick by Miner. Then this actual interception by Persner. And though they didn't convert on the next drive, they managed to get their 9th touchdown a few drives later. And on their next possession, their 10th, bringing the score to 10-3. And with this pass, they score on their 3rd possession in a row, bringing a game point with an 8-point cushion. But never one to say die, Harbatkin fought to the end as he intercepts the ball, holding up the champion celebration for a tie. However, the inevitable takes place shortly thereafter, with this touchdown grab by Lutzke, bringing Lutz Meinepur the championship and Center Bowl 11 to a merciful end. And here's a shot of them holding a trophy at the end. So Lutz Meinepur avenges their Center Bowl 10 loss with a decisive 12-3 victory. Whoop-de-doo. Which ties Geza and Miner with Dr. Hockey for the most ever championships at 6, and gives the Geza Football Conference a 3-2 edge over the Dave Football Conference. And now some records. The game saw a number of records set, including most punts with 18, 9 for each side. Most sacks with 7, 4 for Lutz Meinepur and 3 for Attorneys and Associate. Most interceptions with 9, 6 for Lutz Meinepur and 3 for Attorneys and Associate. Most tackles with 60, 32 for Lutz Meinepur and 28 for Attorneys and Associate. Most passes broken 46, 27 for Lutz Meinepur and 19 for Attorneys and Associate. Most pass with 200, 100 for each side. Most completions with 76, on and on. 43 and 33. Most incompletions with 115. Honestly, they kept track of every fucking thing here. It was the furthest west a Center Bowl has ever been played, and a new attendance record was set with a total of negative 14 people attending the actual event. After the break, join us for other things. I'm Adam Burns. You're watching Center Center.